and we already have a few successful models, examples of cooperation. Like the open software movement, or open source movement, open source free software movement. A large number of people who are collaborating without any financial gain, any financial motivation. Actually, these people are taking time from their jobs and their activities in order to contribute to a project that is
and probably enjoying it. I mean, humans like that kind of thing. They like helping.
And they do get a lot of personal satisfaction in feeling part of something that is bigger than them and is benefiting quite a lot of people. And also the fact that they have a say. They are, in a way, they have a certain autonomy and a certain common purpose, and they feel in a way rewarded. I would say spiritually, because there's no real monetary reward there. So just the recognition from other human beings, because as you say, human beings, they're neither bad nor good by nature. They just they tend to they are social beings, and they tend to cooperate in a spontaneous
But they are
way.
generally good. I mean,
yeah, look at how many hours they spend in charitable work, in helping other people. I think we have many examples of already this kind of behavior and kind of trend being an important one in society. So once we understand this versus the opposite trend, which is the structural violence, the deprivation, the humiliation on not having, the frustration of seeing all this stuff on TV and newspapers that you have to buy in order to be successful and loved, and you see these two realities compared, you also understand that we really need to evolve. Personally, we are in a journey where, in a way, to understand what really matters, what really is important in life, and what also is sustainable, because all these movements, the Zeitgeist movement, the Vilnius Project, do really advocate nothing else than global sustainability. Let us stop plundering the planet, and let us consider it the world heritage that belongs to everybody, not any nation in particular. And so getting to this Marxist utopia,
Marxism with robots.
Marxism with robot, it's obviously I'm joking here, but it's a journey of connection, I think, and connecting with the planet, with the environment, with ourselves, understanding what is our purpose, our real purpose in life, and not the one that is being imposed on us through the market forces, the coercion of labor, and money, and really trying to make this journey and to understand these things and evolve and spread this information, so that our global consciousness will shift, will change, and we can connect more with one another and with the planet. And that's where cooperation will prevail over competition. And we already see this emerging through all these movements of cooperations, communities that are being formed, that are not necessarily based on money, but on cooperation, on some form of exchange. Obviously, we are still in a market economy at the moment, so it's difficult to do these kind of things. But more and more people are also trying to unclutter their life and try to get less, buy less junk.
Which I can't advocate more. That's a wonderful thing to do.
You're a proponent.
Absolutely, limited television and decluttering.
Yes, we have to detox our minds from all these external influences.
Exactly.
We have to remove the fear of not being loved only because we don't follow this or that person, or we don't buy this or that product. And we have to acknowledge the fantastic power and potential that we have as individuals. And going into the Marxism with robots that you mentioned, I think this is whenever I hear this kind of comments, I would start to dig deeper into what what the person standing in front of me is saying. I would ask what do you mean by Marxism?
Yeah.
And then you'll have to reply to me. What is Marxism? What do you consider to be Marxism?
Well, Marxism, I suppose, is overthrow of the rich, or overhauling the rich, I suppose. So I suppose the idea is I suppose Zeitgeist is trying to overhaul a system that's run by the rich, I suppose. Is that accurate?
Well, we are talking about, in a way, you see, when we say Marxism, we are still in a tag. Yeah,
it's like communism.
And it's a system based on social stratification. Marxism, socialism are very much. I think into the idea that there is the elites, then there is the working class, and the working class have to regain control of the means of production.
That's right.
And these kind of things, and it's all still based on scarcity, the fact that human labor should be rewarded more than capital, but it is not really applicable to today's society. Maybe those were things that were relevant 200 years ago, whenever they were formulated, but today we have a level of technology and mechanization and automation that is rendering human labor obsolete. So this myth of labor, of the fact that human beings have to have a job and then they are empowered, is crumbling in a way. And also the means of productions themselves, we have today an increase accelerating improvement of technology, and I'm thinking specifically of the 3D printing technology that would already be in a way the coming through of this taking hold of means of productions and creating your own objects. Can you imagine when you can just download a 3D object from the internet and print it at home with a 3D printer that yourself was printed by your friend and gifted to you, because it's a self-replicating machine that can print all the tools and the objects that you need to print, and you don't even need to own a machine in every household. Maybe you just need to have access to it whenever you need. This is the access-based economy, as opposed to the monetary economy, the economy of ownership that is so inefficient that we have today. So in a way, all this,
so it's an obsolete term. Is that what you're saying?
Marxism doesn't really apply to what is being proposed here, and also the fear of robots. I mean, it's something that is already happening. When you speak to a call center, it's all recorded voices, and you're already speaking with a robot.
Robots in India.
You go to the supermarket, and the checkout is a robot. And you don't seem to.
My dad's been having some fun and games ringing British Telecom in India. Because he always gets diverted to India, so they don't understand what he's talking about. Yeah, just in conclusion, really, it's, I don't think it's really applicable to what we are talking about here, because these are terms that are outdated and are no longer fit to describe today's society and what we want to achieve. Because let's recognize it, we haven't had in history ever a society that didn't have money or social stratifications. All these terms do describe societies or models of societies that are outdated, and they are not in line with the potential that technology is offering today. But aside from technology, we have an enormous work to do on ourselves as individuals, to take consciousness of the fact that we are one world and we are connected. We are bound by the same fate, and we can't just keep on competing and using nationalism and this kind of obsolete. Because they're all sort of, it's all ad hominem, really, isn't it? It's all trying to discredit something. I mean, you can tag anything. Let's face it. Zeitgeist get tagged with being hippie, but what's necessarily bad about that? It's not saying that. It's saying everybody has to wear certain clothes, and I think the hippies went wrong in the 60s because they took too many drugs.